The assembled council of the Galactic Preservation Society fell silent, as Commander Zexither's scales rippled with barely contained horror. On the holographic display before them, a human female sat cross-legged in the quarantine habitat. 3 full-grown venomous gliders draped across her lap like domesticated pets. "This is unprecedented," whispered Dr. Krillax, his compound eyes reflecting the soft bioluminescence of the creatures in question. "Those are Class 9 lethal organisms. Their neurotoxin can kill most species in under 30 seconds. Jovi Chen hummed softly as she ran her fingers along the membranous wings of the largest glider, a magnificent specimen with crimson patterns that pulsed gently under her touch. The creature made a sound somewhere between a purr and a chirp, nuzzling closer to her warmth. "Someone needs to get her out of there immediately," Zexither hissed, reaching for the emergency extraction protocols. "Wait." Jason Rodriguez stood at the observation window, his tablet displaying biometric data that made no sense. "Look at the readings. The gliders aren't attacking. They're bonding." 3 weeks earlier, the human science team had arrived at Research Station Kepler-4 to be with their characteristic enthusiasm and alarming disregard for established safety protocols. Jason, the team's xenobiologist, had spent years studying humanity's unique ability to befriend practically any creature in the galaxy. But even he wasn't prepared for what Jovi would accomplish. "The venomous gliders are critically endangered," Jovi had explained during their first briefing, her dark eyes alight with determination. "Only 47 individuals remain across 3 colonies. If we can't understand their behavior patterns, we can't save them." The alien researchers had exchanged knowing glances. Humans always thought they could save everything. Dr. Krillax had been explicit in his warnings. These organisms evolved on a world with gravity 3 times that of Earth and atmospheric pressure that would crush your bones. Their venom is a complex cocktail of neurotoxins, hemotoxins, and cytotoxins. The moment you enter their habitat, they will perceive you as a threat and attack. There is no antivenom. There is no survival. Jovi had nodded thoughtfully, absorbing every word. Then she'd asked, "But have you tried just talking to them?" The question had been met with confused silence. Now, 21 days later, Jovi had not only survived first contact, she'd become what Jason could only describe as the glider's favorite person in the entire galaxy. The suit readings show she's been exposed to sublethal doses of the venom, Jason reported, his fingers flying across his tablet. "Her body is producing antibodies at an accelerated rate. The gliders aren't even injecting full doses anymore. They're testing her tolerance levels deliberately." Commander Zexither's head swiveled toward him. "That's impossible. Venomous gliders are non-sapient. They don't have the cognitive capacity for such behavior." "Then explain what we're seeing." Jason gestured toward the habitat. Jovi had moved to a standing position, and the 3 gliders had taken flight, their 6-meter wingspans casting dancing shadows across the enclosure. They circled her in a graceful aerial ballet, their bioluminescent patterns creating a light show that rivaled any aurora. Through the communication system, her voice came through clearly. "That's it, beauties. Show me how you hunt. Good flight, azure. Perfect dive, crimson." "She's named them," Dr. Krillax muttered, a mixture of horror and fascination in his voice. Jason couldn't help but smile. Of course she had. The breakthrough came during week 4. Jovi had noticed something the alien researchers had missed. The glider's venom composition changed based on their emotional state. When threatened, it was pure death. When calm, it contained compounds that promoted healing and bonding in compatible species. "They're not just predators," Jovi explained in her daily report, while one of the gliders, she'd named it Twilight, rested its triangular head on her shoulder. "They're empaths. Their venom adapts to their intent. When they perceive someone as family, the biochemistry shifts entirely." The implications were staggering. If humans could bond with venomous gliders, they could be bred in protective captivity. The species could be saved. But there was a problem. "I've tried to replicate Jovi's approach," Jason admitted to the council during their emergency session. "I've followed her protocols exactly. The gliders tolerate my presence, but they don't bond. Something about human physiology, specifically Jovi's physiology, creates a unique compatibility. Commander Exeter's scales darkened. So what you're saying is that the survival of an entire species depends on a single human female's willingness to continue exposing herself to lethal organisms? Not exactly. Jovi's voice crackled through the calm system. She'd been listening, of course. Jason, pull up the genome sequences I sent you. Data flooded the screens. Jason's eyes widened as he processed the information. The bonding isn't just behavioral. Jovi continued. The glider's venom is rewriting my DNA at the cellular level, but in a controlled, symbiotic way. I'm not becoming a glider, but I am becoming compatible. My children, if I have any, would carry this compatibility genetically. The room erupted in a chaos of voices, but Jason focused on the data. Humanity's adaptive biology had done it again, evolved in real time to meet an alien ecosystem halfway. 6 months later, Research Station Kepler-4 hosted the first successful venomous glider breeding program in a century. Jovi, now officially designated as a critical asset to galactic preservation, worked alongside a rotating team of humans who were gradually developing the same symbiotic relationship with the species. Jason watched from the observation deck as Jovi flew through the expanded habitat on the back of Crimson, the massive glider carrying her with impossible gentleness through simulated atmospheric currents. 7 juveniles followed information, learning aerial maneuvers from their human teacher. Dr. Krillax approached, his posture one of resignation. Your species never ceases to amaze and terrify us. You know that. Jason grinned. We warned you. Humans will pet anything below them. Jovi laughed as the gliders surrounded her in a protective formation, their bioluminescent patterns pulsing in synchronized harmony. The galaxy's most dangerous creatures, reduced to devoted companions by humanity's most dangerous weapon, unconditional love and stubborn determination. The Council had been wrong about one thing. It wasn't unprecedented. It was just humanity being human. And the galaxy would never be the same.